Let me tell you about these two paintings right here. So between the years of 2020 and 2023, I really didn't have much of a budget when it came to making cover arts for my songs and for my albums. And in addition, had far less ability with Photoshop and Canva and things like that compared to what I do now. So back when generative AI was more primitive and I was not as aware of all of the consequences, downsides, and moral implications of generative AI, I had used it for a handful of my artworks through those years just so I had something to represent the material I was working on. However, even back then, I made a promise to myself that whenever I got the funds to be able to either commission people to make cover arts for the records, or I got to a point where I could actually create high quality cover arts myself for certain tracks, then I would do that and replace the AI ones on all platforms. And that is exactly what we have here, with two bodies of work. My compilation with Kid Shazam, Devil's Advocate Volume 1, and my album from 2023, Zephyr Breeze. I wanted these first two pieces that I sent to someone to have them commission a real version made by actual humans, made by actual artists to represent the cover art. And I gotta give a shout out to the homie Brian who commissioned these and did an absolutely stellar job. We did Devil's Advocate Volume 1 first and then Zephyr Breeze after the fact. I sent him the original versions of the cover arts and told him that I wanted to keep the subject matter relatively the same, but when it came to execution, he was free to do however he saw fit. And he kept me updated along the whole process, and it was a very, very thorough conversation. Lots of great work, extremely great guy to work with, fair prices, and he shipped the canvases to me. So now a permanent part of my artistic history will be hanging in the studio with me forever. So thank you so much to Brian, and thank you to everyone who has supported the music over the years. If you see a bunch of cover art switching out, that is exactly why. I'm going through and replacing everything that was made with AI with actual artists now that I'm in a better financial place and can afford to do so. So thank y'all so much for the love. Hope you have a fantastic day.